Welcome back everyone to the Minecraft Parkour Challenge for February 2020, where today I managed to get lost in my own mineshaft. It looks like, oh boy. And we are starting a day number 4. And this is the right direction, isn't it? Oh, I just went so far this time around that, yes, here it is. Got it. And there is that. I'm going to need a new pickaxe before I get along on there. Boy, I really should have done everything a lot closer so that I would not have to waste daylight making this thing. Oh, make sticks first. Yes. Make the sticks, then we can get the pickaxe. How about if we also get the first rails just for giggles? Because I'm going to have to make plenty of those, that's for sure. There's... Right? That's what you need for rails, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, now I unlocked the recipe. Good grief. And I run like mad just to make sure there are no creepers in the area, as usual. Okay, dokie. Good. And it's not raining anymore. Yay! Now, let's see. Well, perhaps that was calculated a little bit too closely. In fact, while I'm at it, I guess I could do that from here. Because this is all supposed to be disappearing in the end, right? Good. Now, oh, that's done. That's why I made 2 of them. Or 3 of them, actually. Anyway, this is the Minecraft Parkour Challenge for February 2020 ZL, where we are going to be building an elevated railway. I think this would be a nice place to do this, where we are going to have a... See how much of this widening we can do, because I want this to be a 3 wide. I also want to start lighting this place up. And now that I have plenty of coal, I can do that. I may also have to chop down some trees in order to make sure that I have plenty of wood in order to make all the torches I'm going to be needing in the end. But my big challenge right now, well, of course, is I better get inside quickly when it gets to be nighttime, because we are now finally at Phantom's night. And oopsie daisy. And that's probably not what you do when you're playing in hardcore. I think there's something about hardcore. Don't go around taking gratuitous damage, I'm sure is one of those mantras of the MHC. Anyway, I'm supposed to be building an elevated railway from one village to another. And let's see, we are going here. Here is one path which ends right here. So this is where we're going to have one end of the system, and the other end of the system is at the other village. I stopped a little bit short of the path there because that village is slightly higher than this one, and if I brought it all the way up to the village, it would not be elevated there. So I thought, all right, it's technically not elevated there, so I will just start it as soon as it becomes elevated. There you go. This grass is going to get in my way, and I better make sure there are no big holes in the way there, because we don't want to end the MHC early, because I fell into a horrendous pit of doom. Oh, well, that's not a horrendous pit of doom. It is a pit of water, and that could, well, it won't at least kill me if I fell into it. It will at least make things slightly inconvenient, such as that. Well, I will take care of that later. Let's get the easy stuff first. Oh, well, hmm. Well, that's nice and convenient. Let's see. In fact, I might even take advantage of that juxtaposition. Because that way I can have an easy way to get up and down from the place. Now, question is, can I get this lit by tonight? Because one of my goals is, of course, is that mobs won't be on here. They have an easy way to get up here in the morning. It's not going to involve mobs coming around and killing me. Now, jumping up and down is probably not a good solution there. Now, let's see. If I have a stairway coming down like this, all right. So we've got this here. Yeah. All right, good. That at least gets me up to there, and I could put some stairs on there so that I could have a convenient way up and down in the future. But I could start working on the stairway thing during the nighttime, because that's going to be partially or mostly indoors. Oopsie daisy. Oops. Ah. Yeah. So the sneaking thing probably isn't as essential as it would be in some circumstances. Oh, it's a long way away. Ooh. Looks like I dig up a huge amount of cobble. Well, that's why I do a lot of mining tonight, because I need more cobble. Well, fortunately, the building phase, and well, actually, I do have the other side to do there. So I'm not going to have the entire width done. I guess I'll have to save that for tomorrow. See, I told you, it always takes longer than you anticipate. Because it takes time in order to get set up and all that stuff, all those morning rituals that you've got to do at the start. Well, and fortunately, when I get to the end here, it's going to have a very, very short drop. So it won't be falling to my death, at least. And this is the end of that. Good. Whew. Yeah. It's called using up the last bit of cobble. Now, when I start dropping rails, obviously, I'm going to have to be putting the rails. There you go. I'll have to move the torches afterwards, but right now my priority there is just to have a lit area up here so that this doesn't become a mob spawner, because that's the worst thing to do, is to turn your build unintentionally into a mob spawner. And there you go. Well, that doesn't look very good. I am going to have to get off at some point on here because it is getting nighttime. Yeah. Well, ouch. That's how desperate I was. Whew. Alright, now, this is probably, well, I'll just plug that up for now because that does not look like a good thing to keep open during night. Now, let's see. I need more iron. That's what I need. Yes. Next. This is episode number 4, which is halfway through this month because there are 8 episodes in February because the MHC started on a Friday. Right? No, it started on a Monday because the month started on a Saturday. If it had started on Friday, we would have had 9 episodes, which would be a nice rare treat for February. I suppose we have to wait a few more years before. I don't know if there's ever been a MHC February that had 5 episodes in it. That's an interesting question. You have to go look at them because you have to find all the leap years where the. Well, actually, I guess there are 2 chances because it could start on Monday or Friday, so that'd be twice every 28 years. Depends on how many years the MHC has been in and all sorts of that fun stuff. There you go. I'm hoping that maybe there could be some iron nearby. It's not that there's likely to be any connection on that matter. But at least it means that I get every scrap of coal I can get now. Alright, now let's ignore the rest of it because we do need iron more than anything else. And right now I've got a full stack of coal. Iron! Yay! Good. Already doing better than last night. I remember the first night wasn't exactly exciting for iron either, if I recall correctly. Second was when we got the bulk of it. So third, looks like the odd episodes are the ones that are lacking in iron and that the even ones are getting a decent amount. At least that's what it is so far. How are we doing now? Ooh, 7. Well, I'm not too sure if I'll call it decent, but it is better than nothing. And besides, we are only partway through the night. We've got the bulk of the night still left, so there's still time to get more, right? Right. Yeah, so far I have 22. And I got one they used for shields, that's 23. So let's say just under 8 per night is the average in which I've been getting. Okay, so 8 per night. So if we've been getting 8 per night, and I got 7 so far, then I am on my average track. It'd be nice to get. It'd be nice if we could move that average up a little bit. Because if we got 7 or 8 per night, let's say 8 per night, since that is an eighth of a stack. So yeah, we would get 1 stack. So half of what I need is the track I'm on right now. That's not a good track record. Yes. I need track. I need to be on track. I need to be on a better track to get tracks. That's it. I knew I wanted to say something in there. Onward now, where we are not doing very well on finding the iron. I want to make sure I don't get lost this time as I did at the end of the last episode, where I was getting lost in my own tunnels. So I figured that once I get down to the end of a tunnel here, I'll just move back and start back in so that I can easily get back on my trail. And right now, iron is not one of those things that I'm being proficient in finding. I wonder if anyone has found a mine shaft. Because that would be one advantage of going caving is finding a mine shaft. But if you don't find a mine shaft, then you probably wait. Well, you might also find some iron there. Actually, that's probably something I should do in the later episodes. Is during the daytime explore all those caves a little bit more thoroughly. Since we have all those caves that are in the area, and if I check out all those caves, some of them might have some exposed iron that could be easy to get to. I did notice some exposed iron the other day, but oh, speaking of iron. All right, that's going to move up the average a little bit. There you go. Now it said going into this, I said about 23. So now I'm at 4. So now we have the 22 there plus 15. That's 37. We'll say 38 if we include the one I used for the shield. So it's 38. Let's see, 38, 19. So that gives me 9 per day. So now 9 per day. That gives me 72. Well, at least it's definitely above a stack instead of slightly below is what I really had before, even though I was estimating it is at a stack. Ooh, I almost missed that one. Oh, yes. Now we are back. Yes, it looks like the even nights are the ones where I get my iron. Oh, I had forgotten that I already made a set of rails before I did those calculations, didn't I? Yes, 16. Yes, so I already used 6 for that. So things aren't as bad as I was thinking. So now I have 23 plus that, so that's 45. So I got 45, 51, so 52. Yeah, so it looks like I've found 52 so far. That's so 13 per night. Okay. Things could sound a little bit more optimistic here. How am I doing on time right? Oh, yes, actually, we are getting to the end of the episode. So it's a good thing that I run out my pickaxe and that it's coming back here. In fact, I see the sun coming up, and probably the day counter is probably getting ready to go up too. So therefore, I will say good day, and I'll see you in the next episode of the February 2020 Minecraft Hardcore Challenge. Until then, this is Piney Needles reminding you to keep track of your goals.